We're here today with Mike, and Mike, appreciate you coming in today to talk to us about your experience with us here at La Jolla Hair MD for your hair restoration procedure. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how long you've noticed hair loss and where you've noticed your hair loss.
It's probably started about 10 years ago, and I noticed it initially on the crown area, and started to get a little thin, and a friend had noticed it and pointed it out, and I kind of started taking a closer look, and as the years went on, it just progressively got worse, and then it started to transfer to the front of my head and the receding hairline, and I knew it was time to do something.
Okay. And then when you noticed your hair loss, did that change anything you were doing in terms of how you were wearing your hair or styling?
So it did. Yeah, growing it out longer was just not my look that I wanted, so I buzzed it, and I found myself wearing a hat a lot more. So
okay, all right,
I wanted my hair back.
Okay. And so then, when you thought about doing something for hair restoration, what was the process that you went to look for practices?
Yeah, so a guy I work with had the procedure done, but he had the strip procedure done years ago, and he was not happy with it, and he showed me his scar and whatnot, and said it was very painful. So I did a little bit of research online, and I found you, and I found a couple other, people that did it as well, doctors that did it, and after reading the reviews and coming and talking to you, and you're very knowledgeable, and your staff is very friendly, it was a no-brainer to come see you.
Oh, great. And tell me a little bit about what your experience was like when you came in the day of the procedure.
The day of the procedure I came in was, I was very comfortable. From the time I walked in the door, the staff's very comfortable. They asked if I, needed anything. They, not only had all the food and water I needed, but they just took care of me and made me very comfortable. And it was a pleasant experience. I've already recommended it to a few of my friends. So.
Okay. And how about your recovery after the procedure?
Recovery wasn't bad at all. I was up and around and moving the next day. Dealing, just with the initial night when you have to, just sleep in an upright position, but that's standard just for one night, and it was fine. And then it wasn't too bad, at all. Just have to be real cautious with the grafts. Other than that, it was really easy,
Well, great. And then a little bit, maybe you can tell people a little bit about how you feel about your hair now that you've been through the process and your hair is growing in.
Yeah, no, I feel great. I feel I got my confidence back. I'm not wearing a hat anymore, for the most part.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. My wife, my friends, they say I look 10 years younger. So that makes me feel younger, and it just, I don't know, it's like I said before, it just brings my confidence back that I used to have, and I recommend it to everybody. I get a lot of people coming up to me asking me questions now that have the same issues, and they're pulling me aside, and I'm giving them all the information they need.
That's great. So I just have a little picture here. This is an earlier picture of Mike just before we had done some hair restoration on him. You can see he'd lost a significant amount of hair in what we call the frontal temporal recessions, also in the frontal area as well. And now I think you can see, if you notice Mike's hairline is completely natural. And I think that's one thing that patients do worry about, is how natural will it look? Will it look like my own hair? Because of course it is your own hair, and we want to make sure we create a very natural aesthetic hairline. Also, we did some hair restoration in the crown area, and the important thing is in the back of the head there's really no scarring whatsoever, and I think that's the key. Unlike the older technique of the strip procedure, which is still done in a lot of these hair clinics, you don't end up with any thinning back here. There's no visible scarring, and patients are able to wear their hair quite short. So we're delighted in terms of what your experience was like, and how you had the hair restoration, how it made you feel. Anything else you can recommend or say that?
Well, I recommend anybody looking to get their hair back to come see you. And I already have passed your number out to a few of my friends, so they're gonna come see you. So and I told because they see the aftermath, and they see the results. That's people want results, and this is the results right here. So extremely happy.
Perfect.
I would recommend calling the La Jolla Hair MD. You can call them at 844-567-HAIR, and come see Dr. Chaffoo.